Chicago, LA, 5-6 on the rotation here. LA minus 175, total 5.5, shade to the under. Kings not in a great spot by any stretch the other night, following those two intense physical grinder games against the Vegas Golden Knights. Never and actually it showed in the first period. I mean, they got behind 2-0 to Columbus, but unfortunately, John Tortorella pulls the wool over the eyes of the Blue Jacket backers that night with a surprise start for Eunice Corpusalo, and that guy stinks right now. That's all there is to it. He was terrible in the game. I was worried about that Columbus bet the moment I saw that guy. It confirmed as the starting goaltender. And you suck, Corpusalo. Not Eunice. You suck, Corpusalo, right now for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And he was not good in that game last Thursday night, losing to the LA Kings. 2-0 deficit for LA turns into a 5-2 victory. 5 unanswered goals for the LA Kings in that win. LA's been, hey, give them credit. They're on a roll. They're feeling it right now. Jeff Carter being back makes a world of difference for this hockey team. Even other guys stepping up. Tyler Toffoli's had a good little stretch. Tanner Pearson's played well, putting the puck in the net. So they're getting contributions from everywhere. Dion Phaneuf at the back end. I know people joke about him, but he's been solid, steady, if nothing else. He's taken a few dumb penalties still, but sometimes you get that from Phaneuf. It seems he can't shake that out of his system. Chicago, what can you say in their last game? I mean, just a complete shit show, a disaster, a dumpster fire. A complete disgrace as far as 7-1 against San Jose in that game. Just brutal, awful, bad as it gets. Okay, is there pride in that dressing room? Of course there is, with Seabrook and Keith and Taves and Kane and veterans on that team that have been there forever. You want to make amends. I get it for a 7-1 loss like that maybe, but this is still a team that realizes, hey, our writing's on the wall. No playoffs for us. It's a feeling we're not used to. How do we pump ourselves up night in, night out to play hockey games at this stage of the season when we're used to being a playoff team? We're not going to be a playoff team this year. That's the concern. I know Chicago's probably feeling embarrassed. I'm sure you'll get some kind of better effort from them, but not ready to step in front of LA right now. Just playing too good. Took my shot against them with Columbus the other night. Didn't work out. Not willing to go back to that well here this afternoon. Alex B. Smith, what do you think? Chicago, LA, is there a hope in hell for the Hawks here this afternoon?
No, they lost that game against San Jose. 7-2 was the final. I couldn't tell you who scored the second goal or the last 2 goals for the San Jose because I turned it off at the end of the second period. It was a horrible game. Like I said, an absolute shit show. This team has just completely given up. I expected to see, like I said, some effort, some fight because they're not a playoff team. You think maybe they'd want to try and play spoiler, give some pressure to some of these teams like LA and San Jose and Anaheim, teams that are trying to make a playoff run. Clearly, that's not the case. And also, you got Jean-Francois Berube, who's a fringe AHL goalie at best. He has no business being up with the main club right now. But I mean, at this point, it's the end of the year. You just they're going through the motions. I don't think we're going to see any solid effort from the Hawks for the good chunk of the rest of the year. I think they got about 17 games left. And right now, you got an LA team that's surging. They've won 6 of their last 8. Finally getting things back in place. Playing at home, which is something they got to be doing because they got to win in these home games because they haven't been doing as well on the road as of late like they were at the beginning of the year. I would look at taking the Kings puck line here. I think they win this game maybe 3-1, 4-1. I do think we see a little bit tighter of an effort defensively for Chicago, but Jan Rutta, arguably the best defenseman on the team right now, is going to be out for this game, so that's something of a concern. So I'm looking at the Kings puck line in this one.
Kings puck line, no bounce back for the Hawks here today, says Alex B. Smith, and he's as unbiased as it gets when it comes to the Chicago Blackhawks. He will bet against them every bit as much as he'll bet on them.
Yeah, we suck right now. That's the plain and simple.
Yeah. Even the most loyal and supportive fan has to admit that Chicago's just a team that, disappointing year. The effort's fledgling on some nights, and they're up against it here against this LA team. There's no question.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.